I guess you're right, Plankton. I guess I am just a kid. But I've been through a lot in the past 6 days, 5 minutes, and 27 and a half seconds. And if I've learned anything during that time, it's that you are who you are. And no amount of mermaid magic, or managerial promotion, or some other fucking third thing can make me anything more than what I really am inside. A kid. So yeah, I'm a kid. And I'm also a wingnut. And a goofball. And a knucklehead McSpazatron. But most of all, I'm
I'm a goofy goober! You're a goofy goober! We're all goofy goobers!
Happy days, my name is Daisy Maize, and welcome back again, you beautiful motherfuckers, to a brand new episode of my series on my YouTube channel, where I am your hostess, Daisy Maize. I have to make sure that I just claim these things often, just in case somebody tries to take them from me. Because, we in the queer community, bitch, we can never be safe. We can never be safe. We steal things from black trans women, and then straight white people steal them from us. It's the natural circle of life. That's all it is. Anyway, welcome back to Booning in Vain, the series where I, your hostess, Daisy Maize, take a seemingly irrelevant topic and absolutely dissect it within an inch of its life in a way that is just generally not kosher. But hey, that's okay, because we've got a totally simple, not at all complicated, not controversial in any capacity, and definitely appropriate for me, a 30-year-old crossdresser in my parents' basement, to be talking about. That's right. Today's topic is children. It's kids. The topic is kids. Now, I know with all of my, based on my hygienic practices, you can tell I'm a great groomer. But since everybody feels some type of way about drag queens being in proximity to children in any fucking way at all, I will take things a little slower, okay? I will let you know that instead, I'm going to be focusing more on the perception of when I was a kid, okay? This is going to be more like when I was a kid as opposed to kids in general. Although we will be touching on kids as a topic a little bit as well. I probably shouldn't say that I'll be touching on kids because oh god, I'm gonna get gunned down the instant I walk out of my house. I can tell they've tapped my wires and they're like, oh no, this can't fly, she can't be allowed to edit that. And first of all, thank you for calling me she. And second of all,
They'll never find me here.
could you hear the click-clacking of the heels? That's really what I was trying to get down there. Here, wait, hang on. That's a pretty picture. Oh, God. So yeah, today's topic is kids. Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't hate kids. I feel indifferent towards kids. I think I'm more jealous of kids than anything. Kids are they're interesting. I will say the mystique of childhood and being a kid and kids being kids, it's very, I hesitate to say nostalgic, because when you think of something like Peter Pan, I don't normally think of nostalgia. I think of godhood, I think of childhood as being sort of a little pocket dimension of immortality, I mean, think of how long people have been searching for fountains of youth and philosopher's stones and Harry Potter's pink and purple thong. I don't know, just really legendary things that I'm sure exist somewhere because some white British person told me they do. Kids are interesting. It's weird. It's weird being a kid, and it's weirder being an adult talking to kids. You know what I mean? And I'm not hanging out around middle schools and just waiting for a kid to stumble by. No, believe it or not, underneath all of this wig and all of this dress and all of this shoe, I have a whole life outside of here. I know, and that life involves cousins. Not nieces and nephews yet, but I keep pressuring my sister to have some, but I don't think she wants to have sex with me again. I better make sure she never sees this. Boon number one is that kids are generally good. I remember when I was a kid, I was a goody two-shoes, okay? I was a rule follower. I never wanted anybody mad at me. I was a people pleaser. Now I'm a fucking asshole. Now I'm a monster. You can't tell me anything. And you shouldn't. Why? Do you want to try? Go ahead, try. See what happens, bitch. Give it a try. It's my channel. I'll delete as many comments as I want, but only after I call you a cunt, screenshot it, and then delete your comment. Fuck you. This is my villain era. We've been in my villain era for a while now, like 7 years. Oh. Kids are generally by default good people. They're fucking weird. They're fucking weird. I challenge you to find one child that isn't a little bit fucking weird, okay? Like, kids are the weirdest of us because they haven't learned to control their weirdness, and also they don't feel like they have to. They are like just free-flowing, free word association little capsules of strange, and I love them for it. I love them for that. That's great. Bane number 1 is that kids are also the fucking worst. Because you know that whole free-form word association thing? It also means that they don't have a filter when they have opinions about you, about the way you look, about the way you sound. They will, as John Mulaney put it, they will find the thing about you that you don't like about yourself, and they will needle at that. And that's so accurate. Kids really know how to, like, kids can be absolutely heartless because they are like fae, you know? They are like pixies and fairies. They don't have a concept of like human social structure and interaction yet. They don't understand the social contract. So they can be really fucking mean. And the worst part is that a lot of the time, if they are mean, it's probably because they were taught to be mean, you know? The monkey see, monkey do, and Papa Gorilla is a big old asshole. Just the worst, flinging his shit at everybody. So what do you think the baby chimp is gonna do? Fucking throw their shit at everybody. Obviously. Hell, I do it for fun now. Let's try and lighten things up again with boon number 2. Number 2, boon positive. All right. Kids are so strangely, incredibly capable. Like, kids are like unfiltered talent sometimes. Like child actors, for example. It's just so cool to watch kids who just have it. You know, that's so interesting. I still think about Spy Kids. I still think about Big Fat Liar. I still think about all of these shows and movies and the Amanda Show and all sorts of stuff where kids were the focus. Kids were like the point. Do you remember Kid Nation? We'll come back to that actually, because Bane number 2 is the way that kids are treated in show business. I'm gonna go right ahead and we're just gonna cut the middleman here. I'm gonna call out Dan Schneider. You fucking foot fetish crazed pedophile piece of shit. What is wrong with you? You are nuts. You are nuts. Oh my god. And it's like not even subtle. You're like not even subtle with how fucking wild you are in a bad way, babe. That is some shit. I think I saw a post where Jeanette McCurdy like posted a picture of her feet and was like, Danny boy, where are you? I know you want it. Like, I fucking love her. I can't wait to read her book. I've got it upstairs. It's on my list. We'll get there. So yeah, Bane number 2 is keep your kids out of show business at all costs. If they want to do it as a hobby, fine. Fine, that's fun, that's cool. But as soon as they start looking at being a child actor, you smack the shit out of that kid. You tell him to sit down, read a book, don't ever leave this house again. Put on your little house on the prairie dress, and you are churning butter for the next 4 years until you are a teenager. And then we're getting you new butter, and you'll churn that too. My kids, I'm following Trixie Mattel's advice because she's my mother. She and Katya are my unofficial. I was a one-night stand of theirs, and they left me on the stoop of RuPaul's fire station. And it was I love the idea of RuPaul having a fire station as her side hustle, her fire station orphanage. And you know, I was raised by clowns, and that's my backstory, and I'm sticking to it. There's some lore for you, some horror lore. So yeah, kids should never be in movies, ever, or TV shows. I don't think kids should ever be famous. I think you have to turn 18, and then you can be famous. That's it from now on. That's all we're doing. So boon number 3. Boon number 3 is that being a kid sucks. Every time you see a kid acting out and being nuts, you take a step back, and you think, what was my life like when I was a kid? Even if you had the most privileged upbringing, remember, kids have no power, they have no money, they're so short, they're so weak, they don't even have a loud enough voice, so they have to scream just to be heard. Kids don't have any rights. Kids barely exist in society. It sucks to be a kid. It sucks to be a kid, because even the bigger kids pick on you. It's awful. There's always a food chain, and there's always bullies just across the board. I've been reading a lot more YA novels. I'm rereading a lot of them from when I was a kid. Like, I'm rereading the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd by Heather Brewer. Great one, great one. every emo kid's fantasy. It was fantastic. I just started the second book. I forgot how much I liked it. It's fun. But I did remember how the whole series ends, and I'm not looking forward to that. But we'll get there when we get there. But the reason these books are so relatable and so good is because they touch on the very real fact that it fucking sucks to be a kid. Even if you're a kid with superpowers, even if you're a demigod child, even if you are a kid who is also a vampire, it sucks to be a kid. Because you have to deal with all of the terrible shit that comes with being a kid. And oftentimes you have to deal with adult problems on top of that. And the whole time that you are a kid, you are expected to be preparing to become an adult. I know this sounds more like Bane number 3, but Boon number 3 is that you don't have to do that anymore. Once you're done being a kid, you don't have to be a kid again. You get to remember the fun stuff, and you get to remember that all the bad stuff is gone. It's done, okay? It goes away, and it stays away, because problems that are specific to kids stay specific to kids. Bane number 3 is also that being a kid sucks. Everything that I just said applies to Bane number 3. These are two kind of joined Boons and Banes. It sucks to be a child. It really does. You have no power, you have no say. You don't get to make any decisions for yourself. You feel entirely helpless. There's a reason that the teenage suicide rate, at least in America, is so high. And it's because kids feel a very unique sense of helplessness. Even if you are a homeless adult, at least you're an adult. You could still probably find a $20 bill and go get a beer. You can at least do that. But being a kid, you don't even have the option to be homeless. You gotta go right into the system where it's just the fucking worst to be. So yeah, it sucks to be a kid. I'm so glad I'm not a kid anymore. And any kids that have somehow stumbled upon my video and passed all of the incest and shit play jokes I've made this entire time, you made it here. My heart goes out to you, kid, because it sucks. It sucks to be a kid. There's a reason that I'll just pull back the facade, I'll pull back the curtain a bit. I'm not that well adjusted because being a kid sucked and I wasn't ready for it. It sucks to be a kid. And I'm so sorry that you have to do that, but just hold on because it feels like the end of the world and it feels like it's taken forever. As soon as you get past that threshold, as soon as you get to that top of the hill, it just gets incrementally better every single day. Every day is better than the last. The first instant that I got to college and I realized I didn't have to ask anybody's permission to go take a shit in the middle of class. It felt like being released from prison after killing a man when I was 2 years old. Fantastic. Now, I wasn't as tough as I should have been for having been in the system for that long, but whatever. Point is, kids, my heart goes out to you. Now for the overall rating. Kids, overall, I'm going to say, this is going to surprise you, Bane. And let me explain, because kids, you're Boon. You're great. I love you guys. But the concept of kids, having kids, being a kid, dealing with kids, everything surrounding kids fucking sucks. It's expensive. It's a bane. It's a bane. I really think we should be hatched from eggs at the age of 18. I think that would be best for everybody. There we go. So that's my opinion on the matter. What a weird fucking episode that was, am I right? And somehow you made it here. So thank you so much. If you liked what you saw, I would really appreciate it if you liked what you saw. Like with the button. Go and like it, please. You could also leave a comment telling me whether or not you liked it or why you disliked it. I'm going to delete it, but you're welcome to just kind of do that venting exercise before I delete it and erase you from my mind entirely. Maybe share the video if you think there's some other maladapted former kids that could probably, one of those kids from one of those wilderness programs. Definitely send this to them. I think they might get a kick out of it. And also, if you like these videos, you could always go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Bitch, I post these episodes of Booning and Baning whenever a season is live every single Monday. And this time I know it because I filmed them all and edited them all in advance. Fucking wild, right? Does present an issue when it comes to things like my Legally Blonde episode where I ended up dropping out of that show, so I had to kind of play around with that. Still not sure what I'm going to do about that, so I'm still not sure what I did. Hope it worked. But yeah, subscribe and hit that nifty little notification bell so that you get a brand new notification every single time I post some brand new plant-based clowny cartoon cross-dressing clowny content. Can you tell I'm running out of steam? Well, it's the beginning of the night for me, so I certainly hope we get a second win soon. But while I'm figuring out how to do that, I encourage you all to go out and enjoy not being a kid. Enjoy doing childish things as an adult because you have the freedom to do so. Do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody can tell you what to do anymore. You're not a kid, but you can do all that kid shit. I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards upstairs that I'm gonna duel myself with. Not right now. No, I'm a little busy, but I got plans. So thank you all for watching. You have a wonderful day. Once again, my name is Daisy Maize, and I am wishing you all some very happy days. Mwah. Oh, I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy, 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 yeah! I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid. I know that it's not fair. Maybe I'm just a kid. Maybe I just don't fit in. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready to go now. Daddy, I'm 16 years old. I'm not a little kid anymore. Daddy, I love him. Look at this stuff. Isn't any? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Oh, try to. Oh, God, shit, fuck. Wasn't that relaxing?